everyone, my name is Shelly Calhoun-Jones and I'm a Technical Marketing Director at Cohesity. In this video, I'll introduce the threat scanning and data classification capability within Cohesity and how you can use it to strengthen your cyber resilience. Let's get started. An organization receives alerts from its SIEM solution regarding unusual data encryption activities. Shortly after, the systems become unresponsive and a ransom note appears demanding payment. We need to identify the affected machines to respond and recover swiftly. For example, the Security Posture tab provides actionable insights that help identify unresolved vulnerabilities related to installed software, applications, and misconfigurations in my Cohesity clusters. The Threat Protection tab allows me to see which objects are exhibiting suspicious behavior, including specific detections. The Data Classification tab helps identify sensitive data, which enhances my understanding of the type of data that my organization is backing up. This enables me to tighten security policies accordingly. The Cyber Vaulting tab provides a comprehensive overview of my Fort Knox environment, ensuring that I'm well informed about the current cyber vaults within my organization. Let's take a look at the anti-ransomware view and identify a server with an anomalous snapshot. Cohesity leverages AI to perform behavioral analytics on files and data to detect threats like ransomware. The Snapshots tab is a comprehensive tool for monitoring your snapshots, offering a detailed timeline highlighting any anomalous activity. In this example, we noted regular activity until March 25th, when Cohesity detected abnormal behavior and marked the snapshot as blocked to prevent its use. During the security incident, it's essential to identify clean snapshots to avoid the risk of reinfection or re-encryption by ransomware. Additionally, the organization may wish to recover the infected snapshot into a controlled, isolated clean room for further investigation. Let's take a look at the Trends tab, which highlights anomalies, clean snapshots, and expired ones. In this example, we can see the anomalous snapshot shows more data written. This is significant because ransomware can block access to files and download additional files and malware from a command and control server. It's also important to note that although the Trends tab displays all activities associated with the server snapshots, we're still gathering information about the incident. To learn more, click on the Affected Files tab to review any files that have been added or modified. If you see a significant number of new or altered files, this may indicate that an attack has taken place. We can determine the data that was impacted by clicking on the Sensitivity tab. The scan results show both high and medium sensitivity patterns, and we can see both credit card numbers and passwords, which is critical information for our documentation. The advantage of data classification scanning is that it helps you identify where your sensitive data lives, allowing you to implement stronger controls to improve the security of your environment. You'll also find a Threats tab that lets you view previous threat scans conducted on the server. Now, let's consider a scenario where additional information about the server is needed. After identifying indicators of compromise, we may have more questions, and it may be part of a more significant security event. When a new security alert arises, organizations may need help responding effectively. Cohesity's Cyber Recovery Assistant can create an action plan in response to a security alert. The tool recommends restoring the snapshot to a clean room for forensic analysis and using security tagging to distinguish clean snapshots from infected ones. Let's take a look at Cohesity's Threat Protection feature. In this environment, you can see that we've completed some previous threat scans. Now, let's take a look at how to perform a new threat scan. Before selecting the threat feed settings, it's important to understand what a threat library is. A threat library is a repository of security information that includes threat intelligence such as IP addresses, phishing URLs, malware hashes, and more. Threat scans utilize this library to gather relevant indicators of compromise. As the threat landscape is constantly evolving, many organizations develop their own YARA rules. YARA rules use pattern matching to identify malware and suspicious files. You can create YARA rules based on threat intelligence feeds such as CrowdStrike Falcon Intelligence, which Cohesity integrates with. This integration allows users to gain insights about a threat before initiating recovery. You'll have an option to add more YARA rules, but we'll select an existing one for this demonstration. I'll click Next. I'll choose the most recent snapshot, and I'll give my threat scan a name. Let's take a look at a completed scan. In this example, we received ransomware detections for the following files, and you can see that the files were detected using YARA rules, CrowdStrike, or the default library. You can also do further investigation by copying the file hash and using sites like VirusTotal to see if it's been detected out in the wild. And if I click on the hyperlink, it'll actually redirect me out to VirusTotal to take a look. Let's take a look at the data classification scans feature in Cohesity. With Cohesity, you can run data classification scans on demand or schedule them to run on a regular cadence. Cohesity offers numerous built-in data patterns, and you have the option to make your own using regular expressions. In addition, Cohesity provides pre-made policies that utilize these patterns. You can select a predefined policy or create a custom policy if you need a scan for particular data types, such as healthcare information. Let's take a look at how data classification scans work. We'll choose a scan policy. I'll select the most recent snapshot and give my classification scan a name. And let's take a look at an example of the scan results. If I click on the entry, I can see the specific data patterns that it triggered on, including credit card information. From here, I can determine whether or not PII data should reside there, or if we need to tighten the server's security policies. Another feature within Cohesity is the inventory feature. You can identify the current data protection status, detect anomalies and threats, or determine whether or not cyber vaulting is necessary. The great part about the inventory view is it allows you to proactively reduce risk before an attack occurs, strengthening your cyber resilience. This completes the demonstration. We took a look at how to review an anomaly, perform a threat and data classification scan, and some of the newer features in Cohesity.